Brit Award winner, Grammy nominee, lead singer of iconic pop group Five Star, Deniece Pearson, has just released her debut single, Forever Young, off her new EP, which features a surprise remix. Marking the 40th anniversary of her illustrious career, this uplifting and playful track is set to captivate audiences worldwide. The single is available now and will be followed by her upcoming album, Free Queen C, which is expected in summer of 2024. And Deniece joins me now at long last.
Hey, Phil, how are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
Yeah, fantastic on this morning.
Fabulous. I'm so pleased to be able to chat with you because obviously being a fan of Five Star all my life, and of course me cousin Kim, I think you may have met her many, many years ago, maybe at maybe at the Whitley Bay ice rink or somewhere, wherever you were, she was there, but I think you would recognise her if you saw her. She eventually went on to play Penny Pocket in Balamory, the BBC TV show.
I love that.
So if you may recognise her on there. She used to have posters of your of Five Star all over her bedroom. So that's where I got the love of Five Star from.
Oh, well, I thank her very much.
So celebrating 40 years in Five Star, how does that feel?
It feels phenomenal, sweetheart. Not a lot of people get past the start line in this beautiful thing we call showbiz, but I am very grateful. I feel very, very grateful, very lucky.
And I've seen that you've been performing non-stop. You've never stopped, really. And I've seen lots and lots of performances, and you must have lots of energy running around the stage and singing and doing all the moves and everything. It just looks absolutely amazing.
Yes, sweetheart. I think these routines keep us very, very fit.
I bet. Maybe I think I need to take some lessons from you, Deniece. Definitely. I'm getting a bit of the middle-aged thread starting there, so we need to get some five-star moves going.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. Then we'll have to hunt out some of the videos there. Now, the Five Star story began in 1983 when your father, musician Buster Pearson, decided to form your own pop group, and yourselves and sisters, Doris and Lorraine, decided to perform together. But your mother, so I believe, Dolores, suggested that your two brothers, Stedman and Delroy, joined in. Mm-hmm. What was that like when you were asked, can Delroy and Stedman join? Did you have everything all set up just for the two of you to make it in the pop industry?
Well, I did have my mind on me just doing it, playing my guitar, going, and then there were three, and then all of a sudden there's five. So it felt like, okay, well, maybe this could work. Daddy knows what he's talking about. I was still in school. Del was still in school. Yeah. So let's see where this goes, and lo and behold, here I am sitting here 40 years later.
Absolutely
Successful career under my belt.
Absolutely amazing. Now, the Five Star name, where did that come about? Whose idea was it to call yourselves Five Star?
I think it was it's this five, and I don't know. I think it is Daddy. He just said, yeah, we'll call you Five Star. It was just something that dropped down from the heavens and came into the household. And it was like, yeah, let's do it this way. It's Five Star. And it really fitted what we presented.
Exactly. 5 stars.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but yeah, it is the logo as well that you have as well associated with Five Star. That's very well known. Was that something that you designed yourself, or did you get a company in to do that?
Well, I think my dad put it together because he had tent records first.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, where we were on tents. So he turned the triangle upside down and put the 5 on top of it, so it became the upside down V, and then the 5.
Looks absolutely great as well. What was it like in the early days writing songs together?
I don't really think that we wrote any songs together, sweetheart. We
Right.
didn't write any actually together. I think we all had our own separate bedrooms in the little studio across the way. So Del and Doris used to write a lot together on
Right.
the drum machine. I always used to write alone.
Right.
So my brand new world and Stay Out of My Life and Let Me Be Yours. So all of those were just written by myself. But like, Treat Me Like a Lady was Doris and Del and other tunes. And Lorraine used to write her own, and Stead used to write with Del and Doris. So
Right.
I don't think we've actually written a song together.
Nothing together, but it's obviously all come together, as it were, when you've been producing these million-selling albums worldwide. Absolutely
Yes.
great, and they've definitely standed the test of time as well, because they're always on the radio. Whichever channel you tune into, you can go somewhere on the dial and you're going to hear something from 5 Star, which is absolutely excellent. You had your own recording studio, which you've just mentioned, at your home, where you recorded your hit music. What was it like recording in the studio, and what is your favorite memory?
It was amazing, sweetheart, recording in our studio, because we were the first ones to have an SSL desk
Right.
shipped into the country, and that it was like Daddy kept that studio for when Madonna came over, when Michael came over.
Right.
Came over, they'd all go there and record because it had the first SSL desk, mixing desk. So, and the great thing about it was our house was right there and the studio was right there. So I'm basically still in my bed slippers,
Yes.
maybe my nightgown, roll out of bed and go straight into studio.
Excellent. That's great. That's a great story. That I love it. And I think I remember the reason why I know that you have your own studio is because I'm sure a children's television program came and visited.
Yes.
And showed you, but I can't remember what was it on Going Live or something like that?
Yeah, something like that with Anthea Turner. Yeah.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah.
Unless it was Saturday Superstore.
Maybe Saturday Superstore or that one, because Kylie was still on the station. She was at the station, and then they live. It might be Going Live.
Going Live. We'll have to hunt that one up on YouTube. I'm sure there'll be a copy of that somewhere. So is the studio exactly the way that it was? Or is there lots of modifications?
Oh, up to date?
Yes.
Oh, we moved from there a long time ago, sweetheart. And then we went to Los Angeles for 13 years. We sold up, went to Los Angeles. I got married out there, had my son and my daughter, and came back here. And just started my career again, basically.
Absolutely great. Great stuff. Now, your group is famous for their dance moves as well as singing. How long did it take to perfect, and did you have a choreographer?
Yes, sweetheart. Doris, my sister, was our choreographer at the time, and she used to just call us into the gym ever so often and just teach us the dance routines. I used to be the last one to pick up everything.
Right.
But now at some of the shows that we used to do, they're like, Deniece, what is this move again? I think it's because I had to lip sync the same way and dance.
Yes.
And, so it really, really locked in. And yeah, so they used to refer to me, ask me what the dance.
Ask you, where do we go now? Yes.
Exactly.
Did you ever do that when you were on Top of the Pops? Did you go in rehearsals? How was that go again?
You'll see in the shows. So sometimes I broke away from the routine, and then when I was going to go into it, you will see it. I'll look like this, and then we're right here. Okay,
Can't wait another minute. There you go. Now I've asked listeners to send in a question to ask you. And the lucky person who has actually sent in a question is Claire Caskey. And it's all about the costumes. It says, "Hi, Phil. I would like to ask Deniece what her favourite dance costume was out of all the lovely ones they had back in the day. And also, where are all the costumes now? Do they still have them?"
Oh, sweetheart. I love Claire. She was just now at our 40th anniversary celebration.
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
Excellent.
in Holborn, Pisa Express Live. It was such a phenomenal night. Okay, costumes. They all got lost in the containers when we were going to Los Angeles.
Ah,
Yes, a lot of we had tons of containers, and some of them got lost. But my most favorite one was in Stay Out of My Life. It was the red
oh
sequin.
yes, yes, with
Love
the
it.
pointy lapel bits and all that.
And humongous shoulders.
Massive shoulder pads. Yes, the fabulous 80s there.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, talking about fans and such like, my wife Kelly, she was in your fan club. What was it like getting fan mail? As it's was it more than a sackful back then? And now it'll probably be like emails and things. What was
Yes,
it like?
yes. No more sacks anymore. It was, yeah, Mummy used to get them over at the cottage, right next to the house. And there were tons and tons of things to sign, open letters and the envelopes. And Mum used to say, "Can you sign all of these, please, you guys?" So we'd just sit down in the house and just, whenever she could catch us all, then we'd sit and sign them all and then just get them posted up.
Excellent, because now I mean, back then it'll be lots and lots of sackfuls, because I bet there was lots of postcards as well, because back then it was a case of people would send each other postcards from wherever they were to various fan clubs. Did you? So I bet you had loads to sift through, millions.
Loads, and from America. I remember this guy. I think he used to play American football, and he used to send me loads of postcards and letters. Right. Yeah. So, yeah, it went all around the world.
Fabulous. Now, back to the music, and the first single you released was All Fall Down, which charted as high as number 14 in the UK Top 40 in May 1985. What was it like having your first Top 20 song, and where were you when you heard the news?
So, All Fall Down, Tony Blackburn always used to spin our tracks back in the day. Let Me Be the One and All Fall Down. He said, "Listen out for this group, you guys. They're going to be huge."
Yes, and he was right.
Yes, he was very, very right. No, I'm very grateful to him for that. What was it like? We were at home in Essex, Romford, Essex, and when we heard it on the radio, we were just screaming. It's like, oh my God! Now we're going to get really famous and go to Los Angeles and meet Michael Jackson.
Really?
That's all we wanted, was chocolate and to meet Michael. Yeah, that's my story
That's your story of when you heard the news. Yeah. Now, you followed the singles up with, as you've mentioned, Let Me Be the One, Love Takeover, and RSVP. But then your next single, Systematic, went in as high as number 3 in the UK Top 40. I bet it was a proud moment for you and your family.
Oh my gosh, yes. We did the crossover from the R&B, Let Me Be the One, and All Fall Down to pop, because back then you had to do that crossover. Black groups had to do the crossover.
Right.
So we were happy that we did that. And then, it was all systems go. It was non-stop after that, after we crossed over. And we were just learning the routines, doing the TVs, doing the radio interviews, doing the magazines. It was very, very busy.
Yes, I bet you had a ball. Now, the video for Systematic features computers. You could think it's about today, as everyone is a Systematic, being on mobiles and social media all day. Mm-hmm. Where did the inspiration come from for a great hit?
It was actually written by Billy Livesey and Gary Bell.
Right.
Yeah, great writers. My favorite writers, actually. I think it was actually written for us. My dad got them to actually write it for us. It wasn't just a demo that was sent in. We picked it up, and So as soon as I heard that one, excuse me, my dad used to play the demos to me. And with All Fall Down, I was a bit skeptical about that one because it was sung by a guy.
Yes.
And I couldn't hear what my dad was hearing. And then with a couple of other demos, but as soon as Systematic hit, it was like, yeah.
That's a hit straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. Just stuck.
Yes, I mean every tune that is played on the radio by Five Star, it's got that instantly recognizable, like I could say it, recognizable sound, hasn't it?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think our vocals, being as a family unit, our vocals really mixed well together, and it has that kind of pop sound.
Yes, it has.
You know?
Yes, it definitely fills the room. Now, your sound was so different to what was out there in the chart at the time. Was it your father's decision to be different, as it worked so well and you can instantly recognize, like I say, your band even from the first note, just like a Quincy Jones produced hit?
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you so much. Well, my dad flew in a lot of the American musicians to play on our tracks. I guess that's what made us stand out from the rest of the 80s groups that were out there. And also the costumes made us stand out also. But the sound was very, very important to my dad, that, because he played on the Wilson Pickett Midnight Hour tour and Desmond Dekker. So he had decades to bring to our table. And he knew exactly what to do, what kind of sound that we should have. And we just went with everything that Dad wanted us to do. And that's why it was an instant success.
Now, I believe your debut on Top of the Pops was with your top 10 hit, Can't Wait Another Minute, in April 1986. It's a fabulous performance in those glittery costumes. What was it like appearing on the iconic BBC show?
It was amazing, to a point where it's like, oh my God, look, there's Frankie Goes to Hollywood on the other stage right there, getting ready to perform straight after us. And the DJs were upstairs and the audience were there. And it's like, wow, just, and back then it was full playback. So it was great. When the Americans came over, they used to mime.
Right.
I mean, we used to mime, they used to sing live.
Right.
So phenomenal, because it's like, wow, how did they do that? They sound just like the record. But it was easier for us because we were doing the dance routines and miming. So the whole thing really looked great.
Otherwise you would be very out of breath.
Yeah, very out of breath, sweetheart.
Now, it wasn't long until Five Star reached the height of number 2 in the UK Top 40 with Rain or Shine, after building up to this position after all your previous hits. Did you feel the same excitement with the news?
Number 2. Yeah. I think at the time when Rain or Shine went in, we were consistently, just before that, we were just consistently releasing songs off the album.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're always using pink, you got certain colors of pink, but when you go into use it goes into the reds, it's like, wow. And then you're in the red era. So it kind of like didn't really stand out that much, because you've got all of those, the Slightest Touch and Stay Out of My Life and Wait, Rain or Shine right there. So
oh, you're frozen.
It's the same energy. So it wasn't too much of a shock. It was great to know that we were at number 2.
Excellent. And you mentioned a track there, Stay Out of My Life. Did you sing the theme tune to a Tiny's television show, How Dare You?
Yeah. Yes, I did. And I loved it.
and I'm sure is that on the B-side of the 7-inch single?
I think so, because they did actually put it on one of the albums, and I'm so happy that they did put it on one of the albums. But yeah, it was on the B-side. Because
that was a fun show, wasn't it? It was very bizarre.
Really? I don't think I watched it. I just went and did the vocal, and it was like, it's back to work now. Okay, then.
Yes, we'll have to hunt for that one as well on the internet and see if that's on YouTube. Yes, I'll have to send you a copy of that to show you how bizarre it was. I think there was a little bit like Tiz was, with custard pies and that kind of thing going on.
Okay, yeah, How Dare You? It's all in the title, really, isn't it?
It certainly is. It certainly is. Now, what is the biggest memory you have of being in Five Star, whether it be when you were on tour, in the studio, or on TV?
I think it was those sold out tours were phenomenal, and meeting the Queen and getting nominated for a Grammy Award.
Yes.
And then winning the BPI. It was just, I know that's not the one thing, but it's 4 things. But these were all phenomenal times. And getting the discs, actually, the quadruple platinum discs.
And do you still have them up on the wall, your platinum discs somewhere?
Yes, sweetheart, I do. My walls are black and the discs are just there, just shining on the wall.
I bet it looks beautiful. I bet it's fabulous. Now we're going to go back into the music there, because the following years, 5 Star, after the release of Rain or Shine, had great success. But in September 1988, the single There's a Brand New World only scored as high as 61 in the UK Top 100. Do you think that was due to the arrival of Stock Aitken and Waterman?
I don't think so, sweetheart. I think, well, it was the first rock song that we ever put out.
Yeah.
And also, I think going live already went to our house. So I think sometimes people like to see a certain amount of things, but they don't want to see... sometimes some people don't want to see you doing so well, because we had the Lamborghini, we had the Ferrari, we had the Rolls Royce, the Range Rover, and the Mercedes and the Porsche in the drive, you know, in the £10 million house. So I don't think anybody knew anything of that, about that. And that was MTV Cribs. That was the first time, you know, that was early MTV Cribs, wasn't it? So we basically brought it in.
Yes, it was. It was.
But I think the popularity kind of started to decline after that. I don't think it had anything to do with Stock Aitken and Waterman. God bless them.
Yes, well, I just thought maybe that was the case, but...
Oh, okay, sweetheart.
Now, bang up to date, and you have been very busy appearing at festivals across Great Britain and recording your new single and album. What has it been like on the road and getting all this adulation and finding time to record in the studio as well?
It's been amazing. Really, really amazing. We did the rewinds, we did the Let's Rocks, we've done a couple of holiday resorts, and we're just, you know, and when the weather is just gorgeous, everybody's just singing along, and they're really, really giving back their energy, you know?
Yes, yes.
And our show is a 35-minute show, and it's Can't Wait, Stay Up My Life, System Addict, Rain or Shine, and The Slightest Touch. And this Find the Time should be in there also, because they're all top 10 hits, and everybody's singing every word of every song. So that makes it even more amazing. And being in the studio right now, I'm writing, when I'm not doing our Zooms, I'm writing for my new album called Frequency, which is coming out spring, summer next year, 2024. So it's a busy time, but I'm loving it. I'm really loving it.
And have you just recently been up in Scotland somewhere? Because I did see an interview that somebody did. I don't know whether it was at the Rewind, and it was, and you know, you are being interviewed by a lady,
blonde lady.
That's
beautiful
right.
Lady. Yes, you know, my dancers couldn't make it because the trains had a train strike that day.
Yes.
So they're like, we can't make it up. And then the day before, my driver said, something's happened. It's a personal, you know, family matter. And I'm like, well, okay, now you have to put your serious head on, Deniece. So I hopped in my car and I drove all the way from Harrogate to Scotland.
Wow.
And it was amazing. The scenery was stunning. And then 4 hours, slept in a hotel and drove all the way back. And I thought, I don't like to disappoint my fans. So I thought, this is no way. The show must go on. So you must do it. But it was an amazing audience.
Yes, and I had a look at some of the footage of you singing on the stage as well. And the audience, I mean, they were lapping it up and absolutely, you know, joining in with the audience participation, as it were, and everything. Absolutely fantastic.
It was, absolutely.
Yes, I'll have to come along and see one of those gigs when you're on there with 5
Please
Star.
let me know. I'll get you some tickets, sweetheart. You and your wife. I'll get some.
Oh, right. That would be lovely. Thank you so much. Yeah. Now, your new single, Forever Young, from the EP Forever Young, is a fabulous first single, and the video is so colourful and the song is so uplifting. Where did you film it, and was what was your inspiration for recording this kind of song?
Okay, so thank you so much for the compliments. So Forever Young was filmed at our first 40th anniversary celebration in Holborn in Pisa Express Live. So that was our first date, and we had 40 years worth of fans in the room, and it was just so phenomenal. They got to their pictures signed. They got free pictures and free champagne when they came in. They came into my dressing room and got to take some pictures. So we've put up another date. We've extended that show, that celebration, to September 30th in the same location. So that's Pisa Express Live, September 30th, Holborn location. And the inspiration for my song was, sweetie, Phil, it just dropped out of the sky, and it was like, oh, this is great. And I had my laptop here, and then I just kind of like put these beats together. I'm just this channel putting these beats together, and then all of these lyrics came in. Come together, everyone. Party time has just begun. People laughing, having fun. Do 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 do. Get a cocktail in your hand. Just a very happy-go-lucky kind of free vibe. And I thought, wow, this is great. And I was thinking the album's coming next year, so this is going to be great for next year. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I don't have to wait until next year. Why don't I just put a single out to celebrate along with the 40th anniversary celebration? So this is just God and the angels speaking to me, Phil. And so this is what we decided to do.
Absolutely amazing it looks as well. And I love the video opening up with the Jamaican flags and the luscious sandy beaches. And so you recorded some of the video at Pizza Express Live in Holborn. So London did have a part in it there, but did you actually go over to Jamaica as well?
We did when we were 5. When I was 5,
you didn't go over to video that just that little bit there, you know, at the start.
I should have green screened it.
Because when you watch the video when it starts and everything, it actually looks like you are the whole thing is done there, you know. So the illusion it works.
Wow, so I should stop saying that it's actually in Pisa.
That's right. You've got to say I filmed it all over there, and we put our own, like, you know, the all the writing on the wall and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, we did that, and
exactly. Yes, we didn't fly to Jamaica and make the video. It was fantastic.
That's right. And then you went to Holborn for a Pizza Express.
Yeah, just to have lunch.
That's right. Just to watch the rushes back there while you're having your pizza. Marvelous.
There you go.
But yeah, it's an absolutely amazing video. And when I watched it, and I heard the music and everything, and because of the time that's been released as well, it's just perfect timing.
Oh, thank you so much, Phil.
Honestly.
God bless you for saying that. Thank you.
Now, Forever Young has a positive message about living life to the fullest and to forget about your problems and to play it cool. Is that because you've stayed forever young, Deniece?
It could be, Phil. I don't know. What do you think? I think, God and chocolate. God is the fountain of youth for me, because when you're connected that way with your angels, because everybody has a guardian angel, this is what I believe. Yes. And we think we're alone when we're just this mortal in one room, but we're not. We've got this magic around us that if we ask for help, it gives us help. So this is how all of this has come about for me.
Yes, getting all the positive energy.
There you go, sweetheart. And I believe in positive energy and manifestation. And this is all what's happening. So anybody can have it. And whatever you want in your life, you just ask the energies, and you can acquire what you want in your life.
That's right. Because sometimes opportunities can pass people by if they don't let it in.
Yes, sweetheart.
Is that right?
Yes, yes, that's
I believe that. I believe that, because sometimes if you say that's never going to happen, then it's not going to happen. And if you say this, I would like this to happen,
yes,
it just may happen.
There you go.
It's a bit like me speaking to you, Deniece. It has happened.
You're living proof.
That's right. Well, living proof that it works. Now, the EP also features Seventh Heaven remixes of the 5-star classic System Addict and also Rain or Shine.
Yes.
Which is your favourite track out of the two to perform?
To perform, I like System Addict more, because when I was, I think I was about 18 when I recorded Rain or Shine. And the vocal, I have to put my vocal here and I have to put my vocal there. And yes. I sing so much different now.
Yeah.
So when I do the shows, I have to make sure that I can hear myself and put my vocal here and there. And sometimes I can't hear, and it's like, oh no, Rain or Shine. But with Rain or Shine remix, Seventh Heaven remix.
Yes.
Woo! Oh, what a song. So because it's a ballad, they said, no, we can't do it. Right. And I said, why can't you do it? Because it's going to sound silly with the vocals sped up like that and at that tempo. And I said, hello, I'm sitting right here. Come over to your studio, I can revocal it.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. So he sped the track up. I went and revocaled it. And it's just one of my most favorite tracks now. Seventh Heaven remix, yeah.
It sounds absolutely excellent. Now, your new album, Free and Queen C, is expected in spring, summer 2024, as I mentioned earlier. Will you be keeping with the reggae theme, or is it a mixture of genres?
It's a mixture of genres, sweetheart. That's a tongue twister. Mixture of
genres.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be a mixture, because you know me. I like my pop songs. I like my R&B songs. I like my rock songs. And now I've just newly got into the reggae because of my background, Jamaican background. So I will actually be singing. Me not go lie, I feel me hard. You know, say me love you, boy. What you a say? Me there, you know. Me no wanna chaka chaka, no wanna chaka chaka. Inna the morrows, inna the morrows, inna the morrows. Bless up, wagwan.
Yay! I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, will you be releasing the album on vinyl? And also, what is your favorite vinyl record you have ever bought?
Oh, okay. That's one thing to think about is the vinyl. My first album I ever bought, I think it was probably on CD. I think we were part of, when we first came out, we were part of the vinyl era.
Yes.
And they went on to the CDs, didn't they?
Yes, of course they did. Yes, that's right.
So I think that's probably when I started going into a record store, was when the CDs were out. And I think it was I think it was Michael Jackson's song. I think it was one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it had to be. I think, sweetheart, I'm not a big record buyer. I've only bought maybe one or two in my life, you know? Yeah, and then I download.
So that means that you have joined the I've never bought a record, but I've sold millions of them club, which I've got. You're the third member, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know there was a club.
Yes, you've just joined Alan Clark of the Hollies. From the 60s, 70s band, and also they released him Hey and Heavy, He's My Brother, in the 80s as well, late 80s. And also, who else is it? Sophie Penman as well. She's a singer as well. She's a new singer. So you've now joined that club as well. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Because when you're chatting to stars like yourself, it's like, we'll ask about the vinyl, and then you don't know what you're going to get back. So
Yeah, okay. It's a thought.
because when you've sold millions of them around the world, it's like, how come they've never bought a record?
We're too busy.
Way too busy. Yes, way too busy in the studio and things, banging out those hits. Yes. Well, coming soon, which listeners may not know, or they may know, Five Star are going to be performing on the 3rd of November at Butlins in Bognor Regis, which is the absolute 80s weekender. So it's going to be Five Star there. Also, November the 25th, Butlins Skegness, which is the absolute 80s weekender as well. Do you have any other projects you have coming up for Five Star's 40th anniversary?
For the 40th, I think this is probably going to be, well, this is the second show at Pisa Express Live. I think we might put on a Christmas special.
Right.
That would be a nice way to end this year, the 40th year. So watch this space for that. And also at the Butlins, it's TVO, the voice of Five Star.
The voice of Five Star, right?
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's going to be performing at in the November gigs, and also for next year. And with myself and two dancers.
Excellent. So your 40th anniversary, do you think you would ever think about putting all of the 40th anniversary singles on vinyl as like a box set with maybe some bonus bits?
Yes, sweetheart. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm going to definitely think of that. We did it with the anthology. I think it was about 3 years ago,
right,
or more, with Sony. So yes, that's a great thing to think about. Somebody did say, Deniece, could you make it like a 20 album, double package album?
Right. Yes.
Frequency. So I'm going to probably start revisiting some of the songs that I wrote from the Five Star album, and also from Silk and Steel and Between the Lines album.
And I bet have you got any material that has never seen the light of day that would be showing its face?
Yes, sweetheart. There is one called Jimmy. It's a demo that I wrote, and it is a rock song.
Wow. Well, we'll look forward to that. I hope I get a first play of that, Deniece. That would be fabulous. Now, where can listeners get a copy of your latest EP?
They're on all platforms, all platforms, and also there is a Five Star 40th anniversary remix CD that you can also get, and that's mostly on the download platforms and on Spotify. And
can you get it from your website as well?
Well, that's the only thing I haven't done yet, sweetheart, in my website, but that's newly being done right now as we speak. It's getting a nice and fresh makeover.
So wherever you get your downloads, that's where you can get a copy of the EP. Deniece, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Would it be possible for you to introduce your latest single?
You guys, live life to the fullest. This is my new single. It's called Forever Young. Enjoy. I love you guys.
And we love you too. And it's been such a pleasure speaking to you, Deniece. All the best, and all the best with all of the celebrations. And say hello to your brothers and sisters, and say you have done a great job. Happy 40th.
Thank you so much.
The Five Star.
Lots of love, sweetheart. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.